This message is for Taurus. This is your mid-monthly. Just to let you know, I did Taurus last. I do not know why. The moon is in Taurus today, which I did not know either. So I guess it's all working together. So I got your cards on the top. The cards that fell out that you have to pay the most attention to is Magic Prayer, Have Confidence, Family Changes, Gossip. And at the bottom of the deck is Goblins, Reward Yourself, Decisions, and Instinct. Okay, so Magic Prayer is about praying, of course, but it's also about allowing God to work things out. The book states that you have to make sure that you are saying that God's will be done over your life and not yours. And you have to also understand that God is going to give you what you need, not necessarily what you want. So make sure when you are praying to God, Spirit, whoever you pray to, that you release attachments or the way you want it to go. It's as simple as, do not say a prayer like, God, give me a car. It's, God, bless me with transportation. I don't want to say that to you, because if it is a car that you need, say, God, bless me with transportation that will allow me to get done what I need to get done. Because if you're asking for a car, it might not be one that lasts because you asked for just a car. But if you're in need of transportation, you say, God, provide me with transportation, then you will have transportation continuously. You won't just get a car that messes up on you, or a car that brings more bills than what you need. So I don't know why I said that, but that is what I felt. But that is as simple as give God the opportunity to give it to you the way you need it. If it's help with finances, God, help me with my finances. Do not ask for a specific amount, because he may bless you with more if you give him that room. So when you say transportation instead of a car, you might get a truck, you might get a van, you don't know, you might get multiple cars. I don't want to exaggerate, but I'm just saying, give him the opportunity to give it to you the way you need it, but do ask. And it also says, make sure that that is his will, because he may not want it for you. It may not be what you need. It may just be something that you want. Understand? Because sometimes we may already have a way of getting around, or we may already have enough money but not be budgeting, or it might not be important to purchase what you're trying to purchase. So be mindful of that. That's all the Magic Prayer is saying. It is saying that your prayers will be answered, but it's also saying that you have to be sure that you're allowing God to answer, and that you're not asking God to do things that is not his will to be done. At the bottom, you have Goblins. Goblins is about shadows. It's about those voices that keep reminding us things that were not good enough. It's about the negativity that crowds our mind, that crowds our space. It says that the goblins are voices in our head that came from our parents, from our friends, from ourselves. Sometimes we create this image that we're not good enough, and then we always hear that when we work towards a project. We hear fear, or the enemy himself could be telling you you're not good enough, or you're ugly, or you need to do this more, or you need to do that more, or you will never be received, you will never be accepted. This card is about saying, get rid of those shadows, get rid of those voices. Do not let them condemn you. Do not let it control you, because it's not who you are at your core. Instead, pray and tell God, God, I want to see me the way you see me. Allow him to show you who you are, because those voices and whatever was said and done to you is not who you are. So say, God, I want to see me the way you see me. I remember I used to have to say that, because we're like, God, I want to be beautiful, I want to be this, but you got to say, God, I want to see me the way you see me, because God sees us more deeply and more intel and more soulful than we could ever imagine. So this is about letting those goblins go and letting those voices go, because you're entering a new area, and you don't need that negativity and that self-doubt and that what he said, what she said bothering your mind, because it's nothing to do with you. It's all consisting of how people felt at that time and what was going on and what made you believe that. But you do not have to hold on to that. It's just a goblin. Get rid of it. Over here, for your angel message, you have confidence. It says, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. This is about having confidence in God. It's just like I said, allow him to show you what it is. Allow yourself to see yourself the way he sees you. Have confidence that what he thinks about you, the Bible says, I know my thoughts towards you. I just said that earlier today. I know my thoughts towards you. thoughts of good and not evil, thoughts of an expected end. So even if you don't have faith in yourself, because of this self-doubt, have confidence that God sees you the way you are. He said you are made in my image and my likeness. So he sees you as an extension of him and not of the world or the people around you. Understand that and have confidence in it. At the bottom, you have reward yourself. It says you've been given a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. Reward yourself, pamper yourself, bubble bath, spend that time to yourself and read a book, watch your favorite movie. Rewarding yourself is about kicking back. If you don't have the finances, if you don't have a way to move around, you can reward yourself at home by doing different things, meditating, massaging yourself. I gave myself a massage today. Like, you can reward yourself. You don't have to look outside of yourself for a reward. Give of yourself the same you would give to anybody else, because they are telling you that you have been doing a lot, and it's probably why you're lacking confidence. You've been doing so much and not seeing any reward. Well, reward yourself and let everything else come to you so you can stay motivated and energetic, knowing that God is going to work all things out. For your life change, you have family changes. This card is about, family changes. Sometimes we lose family members. Sometimes we gain family members. Sometimes we move away from family members. Sometimes family members move away from us. Sometimes we have differences in family. This card is about letting you know that you're about to undergo a family change. Be it good, bad, or indifferent. It all works together for the good of the Lord. If it's something that you can't handle, if it's something that you're worried about, if it's a newborn, if it's you had a loss, or if it's, having to move away from family, or your children are moving away from home. So everything that happens in family affects everybody in the family. As much as we don't want to admit it, if someone goes down, you are affected too. Even if you don't like that person, you're going to feel that sting. Sometimes we just feel like something is wrong with us, but somebody in your family is dealing with that, and it's affecting you, and you don't know why. This card is just saying accept it and know that you have the strength and the courage. And remember, have confidence that God is doing it for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and it all works together for the good of the Lord. If you feel like it's too much of a burden, magic prayer time. Have confidence. At the bottom, you have decisions. Maybe these family changes is causing you to have to make decisions. It could be a divorce, it could be anything, and now you have to structure your finances. You have to figure out where you're going to go. You have to figure out if somebody's coming to live with you, or how you're going to help this person, or maybe you're getting a new career. It's about decisions. If you don't know the best route to take, I always tell people, pray about it, wait on God, but at some point you have to make a decision. And it also says making no decision is a decision. If you say, okay, I'm not going to deal with it, I'm going to let it sit there, it's going to fester. And then that decision is going to become heavier to make. And then a decision will be made for you. And then it might not be in your best interest. So take time as you reward yourself. You get back in balance. You're like, yes, I'm feeling energetic. I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling like I can make this decision. Make sure you're not making this decision on a heavy heart. Because having a heavy heart, those goblins, those shadows, those voices that doubt. And then you say, you know what, forget it. I'm not worried about family because family not worried about me, because you have that fear that they don't love you. You have that fear that if you help them, it's going to mess up your life. Don't do that. Reward yourself. Be confident in God and be in a good mood to understand the decision and make sure it's healthy for everybody, including you. So in the chakra, you have gossip. I know what you're thinking. It's about gossip. No, it is not. This card is about a young lady who was very creative, very charismatic, but nobody knew her because they didn't get close to her, or she didn't get close to them. Regardless of the situation, people found out that she was a very amazing person. But it was after she moved away, everybody was like, did you see what she did? It's not much as a gossip as she's not good enough. It's a gossip as, oh my gosh, I wish I knew her. It's like, you don't even know people are talking good about you right now. Sometimes we feel so bad, and all this self-doubt, those goblins make us feel like we didn't do anything right. Well, this card is saying there are some people who have been looking at your works, who have been looking at your art, your creativity, things you have done, and they're like, man, she is totally awesome, but I never knew her personally. Because sometimes people can know what we have done. They know where we work. They know if we help somebody. They know if we volunteer, but they don't know us personally. They don't know all the things we've gone through. They don't know the family changes. They don't know the losses. They don't know the new births. They don't know getting into it with sister, brother. They don't know everything that has taken place within you. They don't know your heart. They don't know your pain. They don't know your joy. They know your works. And since you're not one to boast or brag, I hope not, because the Bible says, at least no man should boast or brag. It has been discovered. Somebody has found out. Somebody, it's like when you get caught doing good. When you're in school, they say you get caught doing good and your name go in the hallway, or they talk about you on the loudspeaker. You have been caught doing good. So somebody is saying, man, she's amazing, but I never knew her personally. I didn't even know that she did that, but she's an amazing person. So that is what this card is about. And it's in the book, so don't ever see that card and be afraid. I don't want to say it's a good gossip, because no gossip is good, but it's a situation of, you got caught being good. God caught you being good. You got caught doing a good deed. The universe saw you doing good. And now people are talking about, man, I didn't even know he was able to do that. But they don't. But it's about not knowing you personally, which is not a bad thing. It's just people wish they knew more of you because of what you have done that was beneficial to somebody else, that was selfless, that was kind-hearted, that was loving. That is what that was about. At the bottom, you have instinct. Now, this card speaks about you trusting your intuition and trusting yourself. This card is also about, this person is on a journey within themselves. If you see, it's a wolf and then like it's a shadow behind it. So it's like a lot of shadow work that you might be doing, because this is about shadows, but not letting shadows control you. And this is about this person standing tall, but the shadow is right there. This is about being one with yourself and knowing that no matter what has taken place, be it good, bad, or indifferent, you are one with yourself and you can trust yourself. But it's also about a person taking a journey on their own and trusting that they have the wisdom and the tools they need to allow it to work in their favor and to make a good mark. That's what this gospel. Maybe you're about to do something that causes people to generate a lot of good news. I was about to say good karma, to allow people to generate like good positive conversations about you. So don't be so doubtful and down in slumps. Trust your instincts, because where you're going, and understand that this is a lone wolf. You might have to do it alone. Don't be afraid. Maybe these family changes because people have left and now you're like, I got a decision to make. Do I still move forward with this project? Do I still move forward with my life? It could be as simple as getting your life in order. People are like, he overcame that and got his life together. She did that and got her life together, but I didn't know her personally. I just know that I watched this person get their life together. So this is about trusting yourself, being one with yourself, and knowing that even if you have to walk this battle alone, all you got to do is pray and say, Lord, be with me. If it is your will that I walk alone, I'll let your will be done. I won't try to call on family or be upset with family, because your will is for me to do it alone. So that is what this instinct card is about. So Taurus, you have to make sure you pray, and make sure once you pray, you let it go. They say if you're going to worry, don't pray. If you're going to pray, don't worry. Give it to God and let his will be done, not yours. At the same time, do not entertain that self-doubt. Do not let those fears and shadows and voices that have clouded you for so long pull you down. Cast it down. Bind it in the name of Jesus. Let it go. Let it not control you. Don't let it control you. Do not let it control you, because that's not what it's there for. Don't let it be anything. Now is the time to face those demons, those shadows, and say, look, you have no control over my life. It's like telling the devil, you won't defeat me. You won't scheme me. That's what I told the storm. You won't scheme me. Every time it comes, that is not who I am. So as a man thinketh, so as he say, I think my own thoughts. Don't let it come towards you or affect you, and continue to pray that it doesn't. Have confidence that you do not have to deal with it for long, and have confidence that God is not looking at you in the light that you may be feeling. You can be looking at yourself like I am worthless, and God is saying, have confidence in me. I am your worth. God is your worth. God is your key. God is your prosperity. Without God, we are nothing. Have confidence. And at the same time, don't sit around dwelling and fighting with those shadows and those voices and that negativity. Reward yourself and say, you know what? I did one good thing today, and that was wash dishes. You know what? I did one good thing today, and that was wash my children's hair. You know what? I did one good thing today, and that was finish my paperwork. Reward yourself. Give yourself a big old hug. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself some sweets. If you've been dieting and you're like, man, this diet has been working out, I've been losing weight, get you a treat in there, because you have to treat yourself. Because, they say some people that do all their dieting be angry because they not getting those sweets. Give yourself some sweets so you can be more calm and more nicer and more energetic. The more sweet you put in your body, the sweeter you are. Just don't overdo it. Don't overindulge, because you have some family changes coming up, and these family changes need you to be mentally strong and mentally prepared, emotionally ready. Be a good, better, indifferent is going to allow you to be able to make the next decision in your life so that you can move forward. Everything that happens is only to push us forward. Do not think you're going backward, because you're not. You're going into a new part of yourself that is unfamiliar, so you may feel like it's going backwards, or you may feel like I cannot do this. But do not be afraid to go forward in your life, because that's when people start saying, you know what, you really got it going on. You know, if you ain't had it going on, they finna say, you really got it going on. You don't even know people like, she is really doing her thing, but I don't know her because she's always on the move, or she's always handling business. I don't have enough time to sit with him because he's always doing something good. They finna be talking about how good you are. Trust that you are in the right position at the right time to be able to live a beautiful, healthy, loving life, because that is where you are headed towards a newfound glory, a newfound faith. Trust yourself in this season, because God is with you. Always. He said, lo, always I am with you. Trust that you are coming into something new. You might be afraid, but you don't have to be. Have confidence, because God is saying, he said, I will create in you a new thing. That is what he's doing. So trust yourself in this moment. So that is your mid-monthly Taurus. Have a good one.